Are you ready to get some entertainment on? How many Doctor Who fans in the house? All right, well, we got a great lineup for you today. We have our moderator, and you know her from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and from Bring It On. And we have a great guest, but please, no video or flash photography. Let's welcome our moderator, Geek Nation's Claire Kramer.
Whoa! Hello and welcome to Planet Comicon 2017! Are you guys ready to party this weekend? Yeah? I am too. Let me tell you, I am so excited. Kansas City is one of my favorite places to be. The food here is amazing. You guys are amazing. You always have such intelligent questions, and you're so thoughtful and respectful, and we really appreciated that. So, we have a great lineup this whole weekend. Are there any, Supernatural fans in the house? How about Lost Girl? Anybody like Lost Girl? Me too. How about Doctor Who? Let's welcome to the stage our first guest, Billie Piper!
Hello. Hello. It's good to meet you. Hello, everyone.
Billie, well, have you been to Kansas City before?
I have been once before, but this is my second trip. I got here last night, yeah.
And what do you think?
I had a great time. I went out to a blues barbecue restaurant called BB's Lawnside.
Nice. You guys approve, yeah?
I think I pronounced that right? Yeah, it was great. It was so good.
That is amazing. Well, there's so much to talk to you about.
But mostly food. Yeah.
It's true. The portions are much bigger here, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
the
why
starter was a bad idea.
There is so much to talk to you about. I'm such a fan of your work. I love so many different aspects of your career. One thing that really stands out is you're drawn to these, kind of gritty, complex characters. When you are looking for a role, what are you attracted to?
Probably that, really. I don't know, just a version of a woman that isn't as simple as, the girlfriend role or the sort of the woman that's sweetly sits next to the guy sort of aiding his story, just something, I don't know, just something a bit more checkered, a bit more honest, just a bit more diverse, sort of how women are.
Absolutely, and each of your characters in their own way is so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
It's really also very rare as an actor that you have this kind of afterlife for a show.
I know. This is the only job of that that has this afterlife that enables me to live it 10, 20 years on.
Yeah. When did you first realize that Doctor Who was not going to go away and you were going to just, live on?
I sort of realized it when I'd been gone for 3 or 4 years, and I was at a wedding, and it was still the only thing anybody wanted to talk about. It was the topic of conversation at a wedding, and it's 5 years on. It's people have come and gone, and this is my chat. Yeah, but I've got used to it now, and I really love it. And it really is the only piece of work that I've done that sort of enables me to have that relationship beyond the shooting.
Tell us about the casting process for Rose.
Oh, there's no real amazing story. It was really simple. I just started working as an actress, and I went along to the BBC to do an audition for this script I got, and I knew about Doctor Who, but I didn't know about Doctor Who. Like, I had no idea what I was getting into, yeah. And I'm quite glad about that, because I think the sort of scale of it would have, like, overwhelmed me. But, yeah, so I was just auditioning for the revamp. That's what they were calling it. And I was sick on the day, and I was like cramming down a chocolate brownie and went in and just did the audition. And I thought it went really badly because I couldn't really hear myself. I couldn't really, I had like a flu or something. And then I got a call back, yeah, with Christopher Eccleston, which was nuts.
And then how soon after that callback did they let you know, guess what, you're on?
I think it was about 2 days later. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, that was good. And Julie Gardner was there, and Russell T Davies, and it was the most like encouraging audition room I've ever been into. I had ever been into, and I've never been in one since that was that sort of joyous an experience. You sort of wanted to stay, which you can never say of auditions.
And is that sort of true for the whole filming experience as well?
Yeah, like those guys were just incredibly spirited and beautiful, and really just loved it so much. It was contagious, and they really believed in it, and they were really supportive, and they love the fans as well. It's like, it's one thing having the actor connect to the fans, but it's another thing when the writer and the producers are that sort of aligned with the world behind it. Yeah.
So let's fast forward a little bit. What was the goodbye on the beach like between you and David? I know I went there, but you're curious, right?
Straight in. Yeah, it was really, really sad. It was
so moving.
It was genuinely sad to film. Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was a horrible day at the beach. And yeah, it was pretty much, I don't know, it felt real because it was, we didn't shoot it in sequence, so we shot it before we'd finished the series. And it felt like we did all of our grieving in that scene,
Yeah.
So by the end, when it came to actually finishing it, we were like, bye, bye. And we were at peace with the idea, given that we'd just expended ourselves on the Gower beach, snotty and crying. And it was genuinely really sad, yeah. For both of us, I think. But I seemed to get more upset.
It was such a moving scene.
It was really, really... Yeah, it was like saying goodbye to a friend that you're never going to see again, which is ridiculous because, of course, I see him, regularly. I know.
And you have, come back as Rose many times.
I know. Sorry.
But what was the difference between that and coming back as the bad wolf?
Well, I mean, I feel like that story has become the biggest part of the character now. Like, I sign Bad Wolf as much as I sign, if I put the character name on, people really love that. And I think it is a really, really cool and creepy part of the story. And I really like it. I think it's spooky and thoughtful, and I much prefer coming back with something, an addition to Rose Tyler, as opposed to just coming back as Rose Tyler and longing for the Doctor to be with her, which is was the gist of her tale, really.
And I read that your favorite episode is Father's Day.
Yeah, I mean, that was my favorite to shoot because it was it felt less sci-fi, therefore I was able to follow the story. And it just felt a bit more domestic, and I really liked that. And I also really loved Sean, who played my dad. I just dug that episode. It was awesome.
You've been doing a lot of theater lately. You're
Yeah.
a theater veteran. Yeah. And you have a second run of Yerma coming out in July.
Yeah.
2 Olivia Way nominations. What draws you to the stage at this point in your career?
I don't know. I think it's nice to have a break from shooting because as much fun as it is, it can get. It's just good to mix it up a bit, and it just seems like there's been some really really tasty roles available and on offer, and in great theatres that I wanted to be in as a child. And I thought I loved it, but I really love it. I really really love it, and I'd love to do it more often, really.
For those who aren't familiar with the storyline of Yerma, do you want to fill?
Yeah, Yerma is a play by Lorca, and it's about Yerma means barren, so it's about a barren woman. It's pretty bleak, not remotely sci-fi, but it is a really, really beautiful tale about a woman driven mad by not being able to have a baby, and what it does to her relationship, and it's pretty sad. But the version we've done is a sort of modern adaptation, so it feels really current because it seems like a lot of women are talking about this very subject. So I feel like if you've not been through something like that, you'll know someone who's going through that, and so it becomes quite a personal experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you guys have questions for Billie?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you do. If you do, there's a mic right here in the middle. Go ahead and line yourselves up, and we'll get through as many as we can. And while they're getting themselves ready, you just had a film, City of Tiny Lights, come out, which you hadn't done a film in a while either,
No,
correct?
I haven't, yeah, it's just come out. Yeah, in fact, I just spoke to my kids who told me they saw a poster of me on the tube, which is really cool, yeah. So that's it, that's just come out.
And that's with Riz Ahmed, who is like one of my favorite actors.
He's awesome, isn't he?
He's amazing. And I just want to, can you tell us a little bit about your character in that it takes place, the darker side of London?
Yeah, it's about, I suppose it's about a group of guys growing up in the 90s in London. And it's not the sort of Notting Hill version of London that you guys and I was used to seeing. It's sort of the more twisted side of town, and it's a lot about race and corruption, and there's this sort of unrequited love story in amongst this thriller, and it's between Riz and myself, and something significant happens, and it means they never get together in their youth, and then something else significant happens, and then, how can I describe it without giving it away? It's good, go and see it.
It's a great film. Okay, we'll start with you. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing very well.
Hello.
I'm a huge fan of yours. Actually, back in, I'm not going to say how long ago, you were a very big pop singer in England, and I actually lived in England. You were my anthem for a while.
Really?
Yes, like day and night, Because We Want To, those were my favorite songs. We played it on repeat and drove my parents crazy. So I was, so 2 questions. 1, why you got to play that song so loud?
Because we want to.
And 2, I was curious, are you planning on going back into the music career or having any releases or anything like that?
No.
Or like maybe even musical stage production, that'd be interesting.
I can't really hear you. So what was that last bit? Am I going to make another album?
Either make another
Basically.
album. Yeah, hopefully make another album, because you have a beautiful voice, and do hope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll be doing another album anytime soon. I'm really, really loving the industry I'm currently in, and I feel way more comfortable as an actress. But I'm really glad you like it.
Would you be going into like musicals or anything like that if asked?
Yeah. We were just talking about this yesterday about maybe doing some sort of musical film would be awesome. I think doing a musical would be a lot of hard work. Like, it's crazy amount of work.
It is. Well, yeah, it's double.
Yeah,
you have to sing and act.
I know, and you have to really maintain your voice and therefore live a very healthy lifestyle. So no.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You were quite young when you had your singing career.
I know, I was 14.
Yeah, and then you kind of left at 17? You left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was just turning 18 or something, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Crazy young.
Hi. My
Hi.
big question is, from starting with the graffiti on the TARDIS to all the way to coming back as the corporeal form with the War Doctor, did you ever imagine that that story arc would be as big as it is with the Bad Wolf?
No. As always, it was really, really surprising. But I think that's just so clever, isn't it? It's like it just builds and builds and builds until it becomes something entirely different. So, yeah, it's just yet another gift from the people at the helm.
Thank you.
When they pitched the Bad Wolf storyline to you, what was your initial thought?
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Yes. There's very few ideas they pitch to you that you go, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, they know what they're doing, those guys, you know?
Absolutely. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I wanted to say thank you for the awesome photo op earlier.
Oh yeah,
being
how
a
did
good
it turn
sport.
out? Because we were like flirting, weren't we? And John had to. Oh my God.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so the photo is Billy and this young lady looking
Flirting.
adoringly at each other, and I assume your
John
partner over on the
Bowerman.
side looking angry. So
Yeah.
that's what happened in that photo op, guys.
It's nice for it to work that way round, because normally when we do the photo shoots together, it's John flirting with everyone and me just scraping the side of the frame.
I want to say that. And do you have any advice for someone who wants to be an actress?
Yeah. Well, I would say don't rush into it. I would say live as much life and live a colourful life and enjoy yourself and see as many plays as you can, because I think that's a really good place to learn a lot of the sort of skill and the technical stuff. And then try and find your way onto a set however you can, because I really think, like, you learn a lot at drama school, but I really think you do most of your learning on set. So if you can be there in any capacity, I would really encourage you to do that. The things I would say not to do are, don't make it a blood sport, because it can be quite emotionally damaging, and it can become like that, especially as a girl. You know, it can be pretty brutal. So yeah, watch. I just watch, and live and live and live, because all of those experiences will inform what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank
everyone's
you.
jealous of your photo op now.
I'll do more of those later if you want to.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Oh, I am a big Jane Austen fan, so I know you were in Mansfield Park. Yeah. So I didn't know if it kind of worked out that Mansfield Park was the remake you got to be in, or if you chose it, or if maybe there was another Austen story that you would have preferred. I was really delighted to do that, and I really love it when people mention it, because I think it's one of my favorite jobs, actually. I thought it was really well made and really well told and shot, because it sort of shot in this sort of documentary style, which I thought was great. And yeah, I was really happy with that. Yeah, and we really appreciate it, especially because Fanny kind of gets to be the Austen heroine that nobody likes. Because they're like, oh, Fanny Price is so boring, but your portrayal of her was really real. And
What do people say, that Fanny Price is really boring?
yeah, they're just like, oh, she's the goody-goody who doesn't do anything.
She is, kind of,
Yeah,
I guess.
but you know, there are people like that too. Yeah.
But she gets what she wants.
Yeah.
So she's not that good.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're cosplaying as Barb.
Barb Weasley, because she needs a better family. So
You look good.
Oh.
You look great. A lot of your characters get what they want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get what you want too, Billy?
Yeah.
I think so. I get a sense of that. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Go ahead.
Well, hello.
Oh, wow.
I would just wanted to ask, how can you sleep at night when you killed my people and my emperor?
I can't. You look great. You could actually. Hey, you
We
could
need
probably,
an-
I could
we need
probably
an
hear you without
interpreter.
the mic. Yeah, go on.
All right. I asked, how can you sleep at night when you killed my people and my emperor? You monster.
Yes, I am a monster. And I sleep really soundly.
And we already established that she gets what she wants, so. Sorry.
A good Dalek.
Oh, it's good
Well,
to see you.
Yes. And you look great. That is commitment. That is cosplay commitment.
It's so great.
Is that a toilet plunger? I don't know that. Thank you. Hi.
I was gonna,
Security.
I was gonna ask, what was it like to work with Ava Green and the cast of Penny Dreadful? And do you miss it?
David in Penny Dreadful.
No, I said, what was it like to work with the cast of Penny Dreadful?
Yeah, amazing. Because I think that most of that cast, I think that's made up by the best actors in Britain. Like, they are genuinely amazing actors. Helen McCrory is just mind-blowing, and Simon Russell Beale and Danny Sapani let Harry Treadaway. They're just all brilliant. Yeah, that was sort of, yeah, it was one of those, you never get to work with that many talented people.
Do you miss it? Do you miss?
Yeah, I really miss it.
Okay.
I really miss it. Do you miss it?
Yes,
Do you
I
like? Do you like it? I'm just like.
Thank
Aw.
you. Yeah, Penny Dreadful was amazing
Oh, did
series.
you watch it?
Yeah, and it had
Right.
such a different tonality to it than really anything that had sort of been on the air before, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, and hi, Billie. Thanks for coming to Kansas City. I guess I have the important question. What's it like kissing David Tennant?
It's great.
He seems like a good kisser.
Yeah.
Is that your only question?
That actually was my question.
Yeah.
You can have a second one if you want.
No, that's.
No,
she's
I'm good.
done.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good kisser.
Thank you. Hi.
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 I was wondering if you listen to American music. What favorite band do you have?
Oh God, loads of American stuff. Well, the most recent thing I saw was Drake at the O2. He's not American, he's Canadian. Okay. Thank God I remembered that, because that would be embarrassing. Who else? I don't know, like growing up, I loved Biggie Smalls. I loved En Vogue. I loved Salt and Pepper. Do you know who Salt and Pepper are? Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of American music. There's some brilliant stuff.
Have you heard of Panic at the Disco?
Yeah?
Okay.
Is that who you like?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As an actor, how much does music play into or influence your creation of a character?
Loads, yeah. Do you find, like, yeah, I totally.
I think that it can like affect you emotionally, and it can take you to a certain place and set the stage. So
Yeah.
do you tend to have like a playlist for different characters?
Yeah, yeah. Or like just a playlist for whatever it is I'm doing. So whether it's,
I don't know, sort of about the character or just about, you know, if you sort of do a mood board of music, I always do one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually it just seems to come to you when you're filming. Like, I don't know, maybe you're just up for, you know, pressing, but somehow loads of brilliant music lands when you need it the most. So yeah, I use it. It's a great tool, I guess.
Absolutely. Hi.
Hi, Billie. I'm a huge Penny Dreadful fan, and I love the transition from Brona to Lily. And I was just curious if during the first season, if the series creator John Logan went over ahead of time the full character arc that both characters would undergo from seasons 1 to 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't really hear you. Do you know what he said?
Yes.
Sorry.
And we're going to try one thing with you guys who come up to the mic. I think it's a little loud, so if everybody just holds it, see how I'm like, hold it a little bit away. I think it'll be
like
easier.
You're like Mariah Carey.
The question,
just like this.
The question was on Penny Dreadful. What was the character sort of transition and emotional transition from seasons 1 to 3?
I was wondering if you knew ahead of time in season 1 if John Logan went over those character arcs between the two characters you played.
Yeah, we spoke about it. He said, I really want you to play the part. And he said, you're playing Brona, and Brona will become Frankenstein's bride. And he told me that over a Caesar salad. And I didn't really know what that entailed, but he promised me it would be really, really cool. And so that really clinched it for me, because I didn't really get an indication in the first couple of episodes what was going to happen with Brona, you know. And then I found out she was going to die. I was like, that's not great. So he reassured me that it was going to get really quite full on, and I was so chuffed when I read what that meant.
Awesome, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
Hi.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite actor to play with, Christopher or David?
Well, come on.
I get asked this all the time, and I change my answer all the time. No, I think by the time series 1 had aired, everybody was way more chilled and more confident that it was going to be a success and that people liked it. And I think in a way that made filming with David really, really exciting. I was really sad when Chris left, but I also, I got the joy and the flurry through David of how successful it had been, and so that meant that everyone could just relax, and I think so filming the second series overall was a way more chilled experience, and it meant that David and I could really get to know one another, and so David.
Sounds good.
I hate that question. I hate it.
It's not I mean, it's a tough one.
It's tough, and, you know, whatever, it's fine.
But Hi.
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 I love you so much. But I also had a question about the transition from Brona to Lily in Penny Dreadful. Like, how was it for you personally to go from even the transition of Lily in the beginning being so naive and sweet to becoming such, like, an empowered, like, woman?
Oh, gosh. Did you get that? I'm so sorry. You're giving it everything, and I just cannot hear. How are you hearing that and I'm not hearing that? I'm really genuinely concerned.
It's my job.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so... Okay, tell me again.
Wait, why don't you ask again? The question was on Penny Dreadful, her character. How did she go from the transition of originally when she appeared on screen to such a powerful woman?
Like, being so naive when you're first reborn as Lily, and then to be such, like, an empowered, like, strong woman.
I know. Well, I think it's with something like that. It's all in the writing, so I can't really take any credit for it. But that's sort of what makes it exciting, is going from one extreme to the next. And that was sort of perfectly plotted by John Logan. So I felt I just followed his lead, really. And it became quite a fun game because every scene became about lying to the audience, which you never do. You're always like, tell the truth, tell the truth. And this was more about, how can I deceive people even more? And then that became, you had to actually just let go of that in the end, because otherwise it becomes too arch. But yeah, I don't know. I think that as women, you can just be all those things. You know, you can be totally sweet and then it's total psycho. And so you just draw on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
One thing first. You were one of the best the companions on Doctor Who.
Thank you.
We agree. One of the best companions.
My question is, did you ever think you will be on Doctor Who?
No, I had no idea. You know, it was on in our house when we were kids, but it wasn't something that I ever stopped and watched. I mean, I never saw that coming, no.
What do you love about Doctor Who?
I like the space.
It's pretty cool.
You love the what? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With Penny Dreadful and Doctor Who, how far in advance were you given the scripts and let in on the series storyline?
You're given the scripts kind of maybe a month in advance, sometimes less time. Yeah, so, and if you're not given a full script, you're given the overall narrative, you know, in an email.
Hi.
Hey.
Quick question. What was the hardest scene you've ever done?
What was the hardest scene you've ever done?
Gosh.
From Doctor Who.
From Doctor Who, I was going to say, because there's quite a lot there. I think this is really unromantic, but I found the episode with the Cybermen when I'm wearing the little maid's outfit one of the hardest to shoot because of it being, there was so many night shoots on Doctor Who, but there was this one night shoot when we were filming that episode, and the Cybermen are supposed to like work in unison, like they're supposed to move together as this force or fleet or whatever, and they're just useless. And they are so, poor guys, actually the guys in the costumes are really brilliant and trained dancers and etc., but the moving together as a team seemed to just, I don't know, it just didn't work. So they would tie them together, they'd strap them together. Meanwhile, it's like the most treacherous sort of working, like crazy snowstorm. I'm in the little dress, it's 4 a.m, and that scene for some reason was just, when we're in the face-off, was just so hard. My jaw locked because it was so cold. So it doesn't sound remotely annoying now as I tell it to you, I realize that, but at the time it was one of those, you know.
It sounds intense.
Yeah, it's intense, and I hate the Cybermen.
Thank you, that was a great question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, can you help her a little bit with the mic? Of course. There you go.
Are we going to be able to see Rose Tyler in the next season? Oh, and also, can you do a bottle flip?
What did he say?
Are we going to see Rose in the next season?
No. not going to see Rose. Sorry.
And then what was your second question?
Can you do a bottle flip?
Can I do a flip?
The bottle. A bottle flip.
A bottle
with
flip.
The bottle of water.
Oh, sure, I'll try.
It didn't happen.
It's glass. I'm sorry, honey. I failed. Rose isn't coming back and I can't do bottle flips. I'm so sorry. You came all this way.
She's so disappointed.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's fine. You look really cute, by the way. I love your dress.
Yeah, and your little rosy red cheeks. You look so cute.
And thank you for your question.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hi, whoever's next can come on up.
Not nearly as cute as the kids, so.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna read this, okay? So, what was your favorite aspect of playing Lily on Penny Dreadful, and did you have any say in the direction her character went?
Favorite aspect of playing Lily?
Well, like I said, I really enjoyed the deceit, and also my supernatural strength. So stupid. Yeah, that was really funny. Like, just pretending that I could lift the monster, like, just throw him. That took so long to shoot because it just made me laugh every time. Anyway, sorry, I was going there. And then I did, yeah, I sort of knew where that character was headed. Thank God, because it took a lot to sort of work it out, really. A lot of time.
Did you have any say of, like, where?
Did you have any influence?
No.
No. No.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you're just as cute as that little girl. Hi.
Hi, my name is Joe, and my question is, what was your favorite blooper moment on Doctor Who?
Ooh, favorite blooper moment.
Oh God, it's such a dull story as I tell it. I'm really aware of that, but some reason, you know, when I lose my face in Magpie's shop, and David has to like take the bag off my face, and I've got no face. That. I don't know why that was so funny, but for some reason, yeah, they pulled the bag off. I had all these little like crosses over my face, like pinhead, just like horrific. And then, and for some reason, the sack would just do something mad to my hair, and it made him laugh. And that was like 35 takes. You know, you can really lose your mind when you're filming. Yeah.
And just for frame of reference, 35 takes is a lot of takes.
It's a lot.
Would it be fair to say that a normal angle would take 5 to 7, 8, 9 takes?
Yeah. Even something really tricky would take less than 20. Like something really tricky, like the perfect oneer. Or like, I don't know, that's something really delicate would take less than 20 takes. This took 35.
Thank you.
You can see that. I think there's some DVD extra stuff. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, y'all. Go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, what was your favorite moment or episode in Doctor Who?
Favorite episode?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I really liked Father's Day to shoot. But when I watch them, I think one of my favorites is Tooth and Claw.
There we go.
Yeah, that's just funny. It's a funny episode. It was funny to shoot, and it's funny to watch, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Was it scary when you were on the shows or anything?
What were the scary aspects of being on Doctor Who?
The night shoots, filming through the night. that was pretty scary for different reasons. I found, I don't know, the gas mask child really frightening. That was genuinely scary to me. And Satan's pit I found really scary, even though it was just a green screen. It was quite, the imagery that sort of you conjured up was pretty scary, but I think I want my mummy. Are you my mummy? It's just like, what do you think? What's your scariest episode?
Well, I used to be scared of Are You My Mommy? But now I'm not.
You're over that. You've come through that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Good job.
Good job. Thank
you. Hi, how are ya?
Hi, Billie. I've been a
Hi.
huge fan of you forever. My question is, you've always kind of played in the past good girls, or kind of good girls. Do you enjoy doing good girls or bad girls?
I don't know, like, probably bad girls. I was, like, I don't know, since Penny Dreadful, it's just fun to play a bad person. Yeah.
Well, you get to
But
do
she was
things.
really dark. She was really twisted.
Would you say that's the darkest of your characters?
Yeah, I mean, I've just recently played a person who goes to really dark places, but not someone who is just psycho dark, you know. And I feel like she has reason, but I mean, it's pretty extreme.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, when you approach a, like you said, darker character, or we could say a complex character,
Yeah.
you don't want to, as an actor, probably look at it from a negative point of view, do you?
No, you wanna play all of that negativity and not worry about what people think. You know, if they're not sort of a walking, talking version of people we know, then you can really enjoy the fact that you're playing someone who doesn't sort of socially sit like everybody else. You know.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Hi, have you ever seen the Hollywood's Doctor Who video that's on YouTube?
No. What's it called again?
Hollywood?
Hillywood. Yes, the Hillywood
Hollywood
show. Yep, she hasn't seen it, but I bet she will look after, right?
What's the content?
It's all Doctor Who.
Is it all Doctor Who stuff?
Like, there's one video that's a Doctor Who video, and they just do a bunch of scenes from Doctor Who. Like, they do the, when Rose Tyler goes in the alternate universe, and they do all these different ones.
There's so much, isn't there? I have no idea.
It's like a musical, pretty much.
Sorry?
It's like a musical.
It's it's a parody. It's two girls. They do these great videos. They
Oh,
parody
right.
different shows. Yeah, and they're. I'll show you backstage. But
Okay, cool.
isn't that the best thing about Doctor Who? There's so much fan content,
Yeah, there's
like fan
just-
fiction.
There's so much. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
But that's good for the fans. Like, that's amazing.
yeah, yeah. Are you a big fan of
The
Hollywood?
stuff,
Yeah, they're
and
good.
then, if you would want to do a musical, would you do a Doctor Who musical?
A
Sure.
Doctor Who.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's kind of
Thank you.
surprising there hasn't been a Doctor Who musical,
I know.
isn't it?
There's still time.
There is, or at least a musical episode. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to say I've been really interested in the roles that you've done recently, like in Yerma, and I'm really excited to see City of Tiny Lights. But I wanted to ask, what kind of roles are you interested in pursuing next?
Thank you. I love it. You're like my translator. Thank you. You're lovely. Okay. Well, I just play something really quite, I would say, a tortured woman. So I'm probably looking forward to playing something for laughs next, something deeply comedic. So yeah, something really, I don't know, like farcical, something like that would be great. I also like playing mums now because I am a mum, and that's just nice. And what else? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably those are on my hit list. Funny mums.
She needs a sitcom.
We love a funny mom.
you need a sitcom. That's it.
That's it.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so out of the reboot of the series, what is your favorite villain to have interacted with or to watched on TV in Doctor Who?
In Doctor Who, yeah. I mean, the Angels. I wasn't in that. I didn't share that screen time, but I found that really horrific to watch. And then I guess, yeah, I mean, Are You My Mummy is not really, I don't know, would you call that? It's not really
Like an
a villain,
antagonist.
but it's creepy. And it makes me uncomfortable. So, like the Daleks and the Cybermen, no offense, Dalek. But like, I don't find those guys scary. I just find them annoying.
What about you? Do you have a favorite?
Probably also the Angels. The Angels are legit. They're really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
They're just like cool to watch, and they're creepy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Rose.
Yes. First off, I wanted to congratulate you on your What's on Stage award recently.
Thank you.
And my question was, you started in TV first, and then you went to music, and then you went to TV, and then you went to stage. So what have those transitions been like, and has it been something you've had to really think about changing your mindset for?
I think it's really good to try to do different things in your career, and to keep changing. I think that's, I don't know, it depends how restless you are as a person. I sort of find that changing between those things really, really generates good things in me, and I like it. I feel really inspired by that. And I love that about America as well. Like, I really feel like people really embrace people swapping and moving between professions. Like, I feel like that goes down a lot better here than it does, say, in the UK. But I think it's just nice, isn't it, to have a diverse career and life as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we have time for one more question, or no? You already. Okay, we don't have time for one more question. Did you guys enjoy this hour?
Thank you.
You're here all weekend, right?
I'm here until Sunday, yeah.
Make sure you go say hi to Billie. Thank you, Billie, so much. One more big round of applause for Billie Piper.
Thank you. Sorry about the water.
Don't worry about it.
Bye.
afternoon. Is everybody having a great time at Planet Comicon? All right, we're going to get our panel started here in a couple minutes, but I just want to give you guys some house cleaning tips here. First of all, these seats in the front are reserved for Fast Pass holders only, so make sure you have a Fast Pass. If you don't, please kindly get up and move to another seat. Also, please notice that when we start our panel, we don't want folks standing on the side because we're going to get in trouble with the fire marshal. So please make sure you find a seat. Also, we have an interpreter who will be providing interpretive services, and we have reserved seatings. She will be over here to the left. So if you need her services, please look to my left. We'll get started here in a couple minutes with Planet Comicon 2017.